Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here, and as you can see over here, we're going to have a new legendary Superman added to the game, being the boss of the Rise Krypton Soul Raids. So the best part about this, again, we don't know yet the requirements of it, but it's going to be a challenge character that you're going to be able to farm through challenges. Again, don't know the requirements, don't know if you require League of Anarchy or anything like that. And this is from some leaks, if you want to call them data mining. Initially, I didn't want to make a video about this because people usually get mad when I touch on data mining subjects, but look, Ultra Gaming already did one. Jigsaw stated in his previous video that he will do one, so I might as well do one myself at this point because it doesn't matter. And again, they are fully aware about the data mining stuff. If you want them to not be aware about it, stop posting it on Discord server, which defeats the purpose of it. But yeah, with that out of the way, we got over here Collector of Worlds Superman. Let's take a look at his abilities. First of all, he's going to look exactly like the Superman that we got as the boss, which is an reskinned armored Superman, and I guess that's fine to an extent. We get a lot of characters that have kind of the same skin and share the same design and do separate things, like the Batman Robin and the Playmaster Robin, so it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, let's take a look at his passive first of all. So we're going to have a 60% chance to not reset the combo counter. Oh, who talked about this? I made a video previously about how to rework the Teen Titans teams, and I proposed for Nightwing a passive similar to this. So Superman and his legendary teammates have a chance to not reset the combo counter with their specials. Well, this can be an amazing passive because well, look, it's not gonna be a great passive in every single scenario because it's not that hard at the end of the day to get all the way to a 40 hit combo, which is the maximum combo you can get to, so it actually counts in terms of damage. But at the same time, if you're using something like the Rise Krypton Spear, where you're able to get to a 70 hit combo, that specific thing is going to be a whole nother story in terms of how valuable this passive is. At the same time, his legendary teammates will also have this passive, so not sure if he will be necessarily the damage dealer, and we'll kinda find that out as we go throughout his abilities, if yes or no. But he can be a support character, though it only applies to his legendary teammates, so I'm not sure which legendary teammates would deal a huge amount of damage with the special tree. So far, the only thing that kinda comes to mind is the Raven. Other than Raven, the other legendary characters that are used as damage dealers are going to benefit from far more from other teammates or not be really good at all as damage dealers. Then we're going to have side effects. Heals for 50% of the damage done to his teammates and gains a 50% damage bonus each time a teammate loses more than 50% of their health. This one would be very interesting to test out, like if you were to build him as a damage dealer for the fun of it. Of course, assuming that he's not gonna be built as a damage dealer necessarily, but we don't know yet. We'll see when we get him and as we go through his abilities. But assuming you want to build him as a damage dealer for fun, and you want to do this for fun because you'd have to give up the Batman team, let's say for example, because this doesn't, it says up to 4 times. Let's say, for example, you have yourself, this can be, of course, done through other means, through Shazam healing, through Firebox healing, through a lot of stuff pretty much. It's a lot of stuff that heals you nowadays. But a very quick way to do it would be to have a Catwoman that only has the offensive gears on, getting down off the defensive gears, and then use the special too, and get her to trigger her immortality, get her to get damage fast, and get her to do that up to 4 times very, very, very quickly. And then you get Superman to deal some damage. That'll be fun. But other than that, again, it remains to be seen if this is enough to make him a damage dealer, because this is not the easiest thing in the world to be pulled off. It will of course be benefited by the fact, actually not, no, the fact that his third passive is going to spread the damage between his teammates that they receive. So if you don't want to, let's say, trigger it at the very start of the fight and you're okay with triggering it along the way, you can equip fireboxes, though I think they have to be maxed out fireboxes on the other two characters, and as they are tagged out, they will get below those thresholds, and the firebox will heal them back up, and then they are able to get below those again. And this has kind of a synergy with the Wonder Woman passive, the movie Wonder Woman that they introduced, the golden armor one, because she also gives you some benefits each time you get below 50%. So that's a pretty interesting thing to see how that goes. But he only splits the damage if he's below 60% health. So that's also something to keep in mind. So yeah, so far his passives are by default going to make him a very, very tanky character and very hard to kill, and the character that can be reliably healed back up, and potentially a damage dealer. Again, we're not sure yet how that works, and again, it's not the easiest thing to pull off, but we'll see how that goes. Now, let's move on to his abilities. So, we're going to have the ability Punch, and it's going to deal some damage, and at level 70 have 90% chance to steal 5 power bars. And yeah, I don't like the percentage chances to steal power bars because we know how unreliable that is against the Black Adam. But at the same time, Black Adam has a far lower chance, and I think 90% chance is a reliable enough thing. And the fact that he straight up steals them will make him have maybe a pretty damn interesting role when it comes to fighting Phase 4. Yeah, really want to see the relation of this ability with Phase 4 fighting. Now, we're going to have Force Shield. Force Shield is going to deal some damage, and at the same time for 9 seconds reflect the incoming damage back to the opponent. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure if the reflect works the same way as the Nightmare Batman Reflect works, or the same way as the Atrocitus Reflect effect works, because, for example, Atrocitus is going to have a passive that reflects damage, but you're still taking that damage, but the enemy takes it as well. But Nightmare Batman has a passive that makes him have a chance to not receive damage at all and reflect it back to the enemy. Most likely it's going to be like the Atrocitus shield, but this is an ability that deals some damage and kind of passively gives you a shield. So yeah. And also, if the reflect damage is going to get the enemy all the way to 1 health, it's of course not going to be lethal because shields in this game are not lethal, so the enemy is going to stay at 1 health. But the rest of the damage is going to get split towards the other teammates that he has. So that's a pretty good thing. Again, not seeing this being particularly useful in raids and soul raids, but it's a pretty cool passive for Arena and Champions Arena. So yeah, then we have Foul Play. Superman combines speed, heat, lightning, knock down the opponent. If Force Shield is on, being the second ability, he also forces his foe to use a random special with double the cost. Okay, so yet again, not seeing much of a use of this in raids and soul raids, because even if you reflect that damage from that special, it's not gonna be the greatest thing in the world. And at the same time, yeah, it's a pretty cool ability, but we'll just see how it goes when we see it used. Because if you are to use the Force Shield before, it's going to last only 9 seconds. So by default, you're going to have to use the special tree on a pretty low combo. So that is going to be most likely 100% useless in terms of his damage dealing capabilities in combination with a special 2. The only thing that might be out of this is raw damage, because at the end of the day it's a special tree, and that's how you deal damage in this game, with special trees. And the last but not least, this is going to we gonna have his super move. And again, I like the fact that they're starting to add something to the super moves other than just the raw damage, because most of the characters in Just Mobile just have the raw damage on super move and the damage increase, of course, for the duration of the fight, but they don't have secondary effects. He has the secondary effects of stealing all the power bars from the opponent, and yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, this literally denies the cost of the super move. You basically get a free super move, and on top of that you get all the power bars drained from the enemy. Because after you use super move, by default you're going to have your full power bar available to be filled with how many power bars your opponent is going to provide for you. This is Superman. And I mean, it looks like an interesting character. Again, we'll see how those passives go in some interesting team combinations in the future. But as far as we are aware so far, at the very least, is going to be available in the challenges. So that's a very great thing. He's also going to be in some chests and stuff like that, but he's going to be farmable from the challenges. Again, we don't know what the challenge requests will be, but we shall see. And with all being said, this was everything for this one. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this. Dislike if you dislike it, maybe hit that bell button, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!